Louisiana Beer Reviews, Goose Island, India Pale Ale. This is 5.9% alcohol, 55 IBUs. I guess this is the 225th day of 2019 it was made. It says best by October 29th, 2019. I'm within the range, guys. Hoppy, grapefruity, refreshing. That's what it says on the bottle. It's from 3 breweries: Chicago, Illinois, Baldwinsville, New York, or Fort Collins, Colorado. It says contains wheat. They don't list that on their ingredients, but I suppose it does if they're saying it. They use 2-row, Bonn, Munchen, and C20 barley malts. Pilgrim, Solera, wrote that kind of messy. Solera, Cascade, and Centennial hops, C hops. Sorry about that. This has won many medals. Won a bronze medal at the 2001 Great American Beer Festival, silver at 04, 07, and 09 GABF, and gold at the year 2000 and 2012 Great American Beer Festival. Beer Advocate says it's good, 84 out of 100. Beer Advocate jumps it up to 87 out of 100, 94 out of 100 in the style India Pale Ale. Untapped, 71 out of 100. Okay. It's been a good while since I've had this. I think the last time I had it was from the can. Sometimes I see cans around. Mostly it's the bottles, the 6-pack bottles. Bought this at Walmart. $8.98 I think it was. They have the cheapest price for it. Nice smoke there. Here at 8:30 a.m. This was introduced in 1988, I believe, in the early years of the craft beer era. Slightly off-white head, a golden appearance, clear, bubbly, in the traditional American India Pale Ale style. I'd like my part-time reviewing partner David to try and tell me what he thinks. I think it's been a good while since he's had it. I have six bottles to play around with, so that'll be convenient. You know, there's many video reviews for this beer. Alright. Get a lot of what you would expect with this, or at least what I expect, the white bread crust, which is so common with the traditional American India Pale Ales. Hop resin, a little bit of pine, like they're saying, grapefruit. See the disclosures right here, India Pale Ale. You look at beer bottles carefully, or any alcoholic beverage, wine, beer, liquor, and it's got to say exactly what it is. It doesn't have to say it in a, you know, it can be indiscreet, but it does have to have that disclosure. And if you ever see one that says ale in Texas, usually somewhere else on the label it'll say lager. But what they mean is it's not an ale, but they have to sell it as an ale in Texas due to the rather bizarre Texas alcohol laws. Texas in many ways operates sort of like an independent country still, even though it joined the United States in 1845. It's very bitter. It lives up to the 55 IBUs all the way. On the Cyclops scale, it would be 4.5, at least 4.5 hop cones out of 5, I think. Sweetness would probably be maybe 2.5 sugar cubes out of 5. So it has sweetness, but the sweetness is overridden by the hoppy bitterness. You still get the white bread crust coming from the malt. varieties, pale malts. It's dry. It is a dry beer, and it's refreshing. Now, yeah, at 5.9 it's refreshing. And look, when I drink Keystone Ice, that's 5.9. It's really refreshing, you know. But this is much more expensive, much more high quality product, obviously. Now, people have asked me, they say, well, don't you find the quality's gone down since Anheuser-Busch bought them in 2011? I always tell them, I can't comment to that effect because we never got Goose Island beers anywhere close to this area until I think it was 2013. So we never got their beers before the buyout. So I don't know. They always tasted good to me. The Honkers Ale, which I really like, that's the English style ale. I don't see that anymore. I don't know why. The most common Goose Island beer, and I don't really see that, the wheat ale, the yellow label. But the most common one we get is this, their flagship India Pale Ale. That's what we get. And it seems to sell pretty well. It has a little following, kind of like the Sierra Nevada Torpedo. Kind of the older style, but still has a following. People want a good solid ale. Those two will work. I think it would be time for, in the next month or two, I think it's high time for another Sierra Nevada Torpedo video. I think you'll agree. That extra IPA. I wouldn't do a blind taste test because I think that one's too much extra. There's some herbal quality with this also. You may have noticed that. I don't know what that is, but I'm picking that up, detecting it. And there's water too. That's typically something I encounter with wheat beers. The water, tap water. This contains wheat, it says, but it's not. It is not a wheat beer. It's mainly a malt, barley malt, and hops beer. Nice bubble charge, racing up the glass. It's getting closer to the end of its Best Buy range. Now, the way these companies do it, it should be the same from bottle date up to the end of the Best Buy. We know in practice that's not always the case. That you will see a relative fade of the hop action over time. It may not be profound, but it probably does happen. It may have happened. It may have happened. But still, I'm going to score this. Don't remember what I scored it in 2013. I didn't even take note of that when I looked it up on Rate Beer that I had done that in 2013. But that's good that I didn't take note of it, I think. I will today, this morning, this warm, humid morning in southeastern Louisiana, I'm going to score it a 93 out of 100. I think we're getting into the most excellent range. It's won all these medals, and there's a reason it's won them, because people are testing it and they're loving it, and I'm loving it too. So it's a winner. It's a great price, less than $9 for a 6-pack of high-quality craft style ale, craft ale, whatever you want to call it. That's not a legal term anyway. It's a marketing term. And I'm going to end this review by saying, laissez-les bon temps roulé. Y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana. Yeah, I had these crackers with the Vienna sausage, straight from Vienna, Austria, with the Cajun chef hot sauce from St. Martinville, Louisiana. Okay, the sausage is not from Vienna, Austria. It's from Fort Madison, Iowa. It's great value brand, but it's produced at that facility. And if you look up your establishment code, that's Aroma meats. Aroma canned meat. So that's why it tastes eerily identical to Aroma Vienna sausage, even though this is a great deal cheaper per ounce. Thanks for watching this video production. Once again, enjoy your day or night.